Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Check Show!
How about now?
1, 2, 3, nope. Hey, can you hear us now?
Yay, I see levels.
There we go. I see levels. Okay, good.
Yay.
Woo! You heard the intro sound, but not you. Just like, exactly, Monica.
It's like we're going back to the old days.
It is. That's what Monica says. Just like old times. It is. Whoa. Wow.
Freak gravity storm over there, too.
Anyway.
It is
Hi, everybody.
chaos.
It's just, what would it be without utter chaos? So anyway,
Well, we're super happy to see you.
Yeah, hi everybody. It's coffee time. Hold on, clearly coffee time.
We've been up for hours, like at least 4 hours.
You think we'd be more together, but getting up and then playing video games until it's time to be on the show is probably not a good combination. Anyway,
we're going to be sorting today.
We are
been doing
sorting.
lots
oh
of
my
sorting.
goodness, so much sorting.
Going into, we're expanding some of the containers for the collections and going into those new tackle boxes we showed you. So while we're not making much progress on the overall sorting, we're resorting what's already in the collection.
Well, we're making it easier to access, certainly. Yes.
Yeah, divvying things up further. It's kind of a fractal approach to Lego.
Anywho,
why don't we welcome
hi
the
everybody
people in our green room?
Yes. Let's see who is here. From some other place, it's Moto. Sorry.
Hi, Moto.
No,
Hello.
That wasn't very creative. I apologize.
It's another place than here.
Greetings from the other place.
From the other place. Welcome from the other place.
And I'm busy sorting as well.
Oh, very good. Very good. And then from the other place, from the sometimes other place.
Further north, is that right?
Further north. It's Blair. Hi, Blair.
Ahoy, hoy.
How good to
Morning.
see you. Very good. So glad you're here. Well, and actually, we don't have Kara today.
No Minifigchick.
She is she and Paint Pusher are driving home from where they were. So yeah. Sorry, I'm still clearly needing coffee this morning.
Well, I don't know. You did pretty well in your game, although today has not been a completely auspicious video game day.
Yeah, there's been lots of crashes and things not working, and yeah. Well, one of them is not their fault. I mean, it is technically in beta. They're calling it early access, which is really just a fancy term for beta. So I know, I give them a certain amount of leeway because having been in close contact with a lot of people who make games, I know what that's like and I get it. But yeah, anyway, enough about that.
Now Lego.
Okay, Lego. Now we're starting off we'll talk about this later, actually, but I just want to say that inflation has hit Lego City because the price of corn has gone through the roof. But we'll talk about that later. Before that, how about pins?
Oh, we can do pins. Sure, I have a pin.
I'm all ready for like spooky month, which we are, of course, right in the middle of. I even got my spooky month t-shirt
You
on.
wearing a spooky t-shirt.
I know, what? Shocking. Blair, you want to go first?
Sure.
Awesome.
It's not spooky, but it is cool. Fresh out of the package, my 1 year working for Lego bread.
Oh,
cool.
Congratulations, Blair. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yes, it'll go on my apron at work, but I had to bring it home to show off.
As well,
super
you should. Very cool.
I hope there are many more with different numbers in the future.
Let's see. We've got Moto.
I'll go spooky. This is a redo. Who that is.
We're good with redos. That's worth a redo.
There you go.
Half spooky.
Very good.
That's spooky.
Okay.
I've got one here.
Let me. I'm sure Clicky is coming around the corner. All right.
Well, I'm feeling very cheerful. So today it is. Oh, hey, there's something. Oh, I see. That's the pin back right there. We've got Joy from Inside Out.
Oh. I have this, which I got on our last trip, which is the Hatbox Ghost from Haunted Mansion with his head in.
Super cool.
It's cool, right? I love it. And I love that it's got the little dangly doodle on it.
Yeah, pins have come a long way. Play feature pins.
Oh, well, I know. They've got a bunch like that. Like I have that one that I think was a gift from the Hornburgers, but it was Doug from Up, and it's got the little spinning wheel that says like, squirrel and I was a good boy today and all that kind of thing.
Doug D-U-G.
Yeah, and then I have another one that's the teacup ride, like seen from above, and the whole thing spins, and the little the tea spins, things pin.
The tea pins.
The tea pins. I'm gonna have some more coffee. It's really coffee, I swear. Only coffee. So golly, what actually, that reminds me, we should and we've skipped this the last couple of shows, I think, because we were so excited to talk, which is saying hi to everybody in the chat. So if you want a little shout out, a little say hello, say hi in the chat, so I can we can see you and say hello. So you're not working today, Blair?
No,
you're here with us. That's awesome.
I worked yesterday though, and it was busy. Super
really?
Busy. Oh yeah. I think because the rain finally hit, so everybody was very Lego minded. I was thinking maybe some kids have been in school long enough to get some rewards, and we had a lot of out of towners. My coworker was like, we had a lot of AOL.com email address for registering for VIP today. So
AOL.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I know people still have them.
I remember getting endless CDs. Welcome to AOL.com.
In the mail, like in the actual mail, a CD,
snail mail,
not just like a link. Mail. Yes, not just a link in an email. Hey, Kat and Sam, how's it going? Okay, so I think it's probably enough time to have populated our little chat list here. It takes.
Go ahead and just say my name because I can't. My mouse is all messed up with all these bags I'm dumping stuff into.
No, I'm sure we all know you're here. Oh, it hasn't quite populated up yet, but we'll go there. Let's see. We've got, actually we do. We've got a nice little list here. We've got Fourth World Adam is here.
Hey Adam.
We've got Brick Jedi's here. Brickaroo Bonsai. Chris, vote for me, your next PM chalice. You got my vote. Drew Dershel is here. Hey, Drew. Fabby Fan MKE. Heather Mraz is here. Hooded One.
Here.
Hey, good to see ya. We got John Luttrell. Lisa
And
Head
Vicky.
is here. And Vicky. Yes. Hello. We've got
Kicking off the Emscapades.
Well, we can't miss Lisa Head.
Oh, no. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. We've got Matthew Builds Bricks. Minifigchick. Force of Habit.
Minifig Nick.
She's not here, but we'll include her anyway. Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifigchick, Minifig Nick, Monica Berry, and Moto. There we go. It's the full Emscapades there. We've got Oliver is here. Hi, Oliver. Good to
Oliver.
see you. Sam and Kat Harmon. Hello, Sam and Kat.
Oh, we've got Shy Time is my
Shy
time.
is here. Hello, sir. Good to see you. And of course, bonsoir
to Wilfred,
wherever you are, and also Zerakino
Kim.
Hi. So, golly, there you go. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I know we like no Holly, no Kara. It's like a
boys' club today.
I guess so. But like the nice kind. Anyway, the kind where we sit around and hold hands and have flowers and we braid Moto's hair.
Oh, over there.
and Blair's beard. Or actually mustache.
Yeah, your mustache is looking formidable today.
Hey, Brick Studio, how's it going?
It's funny. I haven't had to make wax in a long time, but after being on a few live streams here, I'm like, okay, it's finally about time for a new batch.
Do you make your own mustache wax?
Yeah. I found that I like it simple, clean, no fragrances, no weird stuff, because these get in your mouth sometimes. I don't want weird, unpronounceable things in my mouth. Speaking of which, new dinosaur.
Is that a Diplomatorakalakos Chocosaurus?
I don't know. I didn't get the set. I forget which one this is. No, this is this was from the second Jurassic World movie and Camp Cretaceous. Somebody will put it in the chat. I forget what the name of this one is. We haven't had it on the shelf in a while. It's so long and lean. I love it. It's like a big crocodile.
I always think, now this green is sort of to be expected, but I always think when you see wild colored pictures of dinosaurs in documentaries that they're just making it up. They're just saying this one, I mean, you can really, Moto, you can sort of infer from their relationship to birds and what reptiles look these days. But if you see a purple and orange dinosaur, is that not just made up? Tell us more, Moto.
Well, all the colors are made up, but now they're realizing that a lot more of them might have been feathered, which is a twist. And yeah, they're starting to find what they call mummified fossils of dinosaurs. So that's the latest thing that's happened in the last maybe year, is they've uncovered a lot of dinosaurs with their skin and internal organs fossilized in place. So they're actually able to see the scales and everything. Yeah.
Makes me wonder if they're not using a new method.
They're just finding better locations, I think. And they're being much more delicate when they excavate. But yeah, you should check out PBS Eons, that channel. It doesn't conflict with any Lego channels that you know of. But yeah, PBS Eons is awesome. They have tons of like little dives into DNA archaeology and anthropology and fossilization and stuff like that, where they can trace lineage of certain things through their mitochondrial DNA now. Which is pretty wild stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
Some of my earliest model building memories are building dinosaur models with my dad, with glue and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, well, when we went to that cool toy store that you took us to, Blair, when the last time we were in Portland, they had all those dinosaur and car glue together models.
Was that Revel?
Revel? I think they call them Revel. Yeah. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's
super classic.
Yeah, really, really cool.
That is a fun toy store.
In the 90s too, when the Jurassic Park toys did that sort of reprint where they called it the Chaos Effect, and they all had super bright and wild colors. Those were so beautiful. I would love to see, and I think Lego's started to do a lot of different stuff with their recolors, but I'd love to see some that are like more like the Lego movie Velociraptors, you know, just like neons and stuff, sort of like a cyber dinosaur kind of thing.
Oh, well, we have somebody in the green room here to break up the boys' day. Thank goodness. So we've got Holly. Hi, Holly.
Hello. Hoi, hoi, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. How's it going?
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. We're happy you're here.
Yeah. I have a bit of a cold, so I had to make myself some tea.
I think I remembered it. I think this is baryonyx, right? That's the one. Yeah.
So
the one that I did not grow up knowing the name of, so it took a minute for my brain to get back around to it.
You know, Brick Studio is right. We could just call up Boone and say, Boone, we want those colorful dinosaurs. Well, I don't know if he's working on dinosaurs.
He's not
but he could put in a good word for us.
On his team.
I mean, I guess theoretically there could be. Are we allowed to say which theme he's on? Has that been announced?
I don't know. He hasn't. I don't know that he's officially announced it, so I don't know that we can say.
Okay, I won't say, but I will say that dinosaurs are a possibility.
Yeah, sure.
In a sense.
Dinosaurs are always a possibility.
Exactly.
Haven't you seen the Jurassic Park movies?
Yeah.
Oh, I just finally watched the latest one though, and I won't get those 3 hours back. But
is that Jurassic World?
Dominion, yeah, the latest one.
They lost me after the first Jurassic World movie. Never could get into it after that.
I would say that like it's a movie, but
it's a movie. It is a movie.
The most disappointing part was that it had the worst callbacks that I've ever seen in any like retro referencing movie.
No.
It was
literally mentioning
hey,
this.
did you see that? It was just like the first movie. Did you see it? Did you catch it? It was just like we did in Jurassic Park. Just like it.
That scene running through the herd of dinosaurs.
They didn't do that one, but
that would be the ultimate callback there.
It was quite like they just didn't have very good writing for those. You know, there's some movies that do like a sequel or like a reboot, and they have a really clever way of being like, oh, you catch that little reference to the original?
Yeah.
This one was like served up on a platter.
Yeah, that's what I would expect.
I would walk out of a Jurassic Park movie on an airplane.
Oh, jeez.
Inflatable raft.
Sadly, did you guys know if we were able to bring dinosaurs back, they likely wouldn't survive in today's times?
Because of germs?
No, because the oxygen level was much higher when they were alive. So they wouldn't have developed the ability to breathe our lesser oxygen.
I would imagine there might even be like, I mean, I've had a similar conversation with somebody else recently where it's like, you can't just like, I feel like there would be some adaptation in many senses over that period of time. Right?
I mean, they address that in the movie where they're genetically splicing stuff, right? So it theoretically work, but unfortunately, if you follow the science and you just brought the dino from there to here, it would asphyxiate.
And Richard's right. I mean, there may be like diseases and other things too that like things that we wouldn't even know about or consider, but it's like we take it for granted.
When Homer goes back in time and sneezes, and then all the dinosaurs die.
Yeah. Like we've had a lot of time to evolve. You can't just like it would be the same for us, I think, right? Like if humans, went extinct right now, and you tried to bring a human being back in like 2,000 years, 5,000 years, 10,000 years, like there's a pretty good chance like we would not be able to immediately adapt to that environment.
We're pretty.
So that means that a historically accurate time travel back to dinosaurs, the first thing would happen is you get super high on oxygen. Basically.
Probably.
You'd probably pass out.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. It would be just like Land of the Lost, and we would like live in a cave, and there would be like a little monkey kid who like hung out.
Chaka would help us out.
Oh, sorry.
In the slee stacks.
and the Slee Stacks. But I would want to make friends with Enoch, who was he was like the intelligent one who could talk.
You just like him because he was wearing a gold lame vest.
Duh. And he had that that little control panel of crystals that he would sort of hover his hands over.
Yeah, I remember
Does that dinosaur have cat ears on?
It's a Carnotaurus, but I was going to say, speaking of a gold lame vest, look at those eyes. They're like so fancy. He's got like mascara going and
glamour. It's like the mini
lady dinosaur, clearly.
Yeah.
Hi,
Wilfred. And I think that is a fine reason to be late. You're working on your Sesame Street Plus Friends theater mod. I am all over it. That sounds ideal. So, okay. So let's talk about Lego corn for a minute.
All right.
So expensive.
Well, now I can't even find. I was trying to bring it up on Bricks and Pieces and it's not there. So it's making me wonder if that wasn't some sort of mistake.
Or somebody just went ahead and bought them. I don't know.
No, but so I can't. I'm sorry that I can't find the photo, but the corn was listed as $8 on Bricks and Pieces.
I thought it was $5.
The corn element.
Yeah,
I saw it as $8. I saw it as $5. I saw it as like more and less than that. Like I saw a lot of different posts, which was really weird.
Was it actually made of corn? And so
no,
it was very, very.
You'd think that would be cheaper, but yeah, $5. Okay, so whatever, even $5. I saw $8, but whatever, $8, $5 corn is a lot. Crazy expensive. I think it was a mistake, personally, because I'm looking at Bricklink and I'm seeing it listed for like $1. Which is still expensive.
Wow, it is.
We see those discrepancies with the Bricks and Pieces stuff often.
Yeah.
I personally feel that it's partly to drive sales of the sets because I'm looking at some of the Friends animals from like the Wildlife Safari Rescue type set, and the giraffe is like almost $17, and I'm like, okay, well, that's so that I buy the set and get those cool mini dolls and all the rest of the pieces.
Yeah, I've seen expensive parts before, and it usually is those kind of one-off things where it's only in that set, and especially like anything minifig related that's like a torso, a head, a hairpiece, anything that's like unique to that set is always like like $8 or more.
Crazy.
And then
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Sam is saying that at Shop at Home, they've finally implemented filters for Duplo and Technic, which is awesome.
Huzzah.
Yeah. And when you would go look at animals, it would be like all Duplo.
Yep.
And sometimes you can't tell if you don't have scale for reference. It's not always obvious which one it is. Yeah.
Edison is saying some of the BMP costs is production costs. Dual molded stuff is expensive. That's very true.
Yeah. That cool like splinter cell visor thing from the Spider Queen layer.
Yes.
That one was over $5, and because it was dual molded and printed. I mean, it kind of made sense. And then we all ended up owning the set anyway because we all talked about how cool it was.
Right.
That's how they get you, right? It's like you start scoping those like unique parts, and then you're like, by the time you buy 3 parts, you could pretty much you've already paid for half the set. So just buy the set.
Yeah, well, I think that corn is only in one set right now, right? That little farm set.
Exactly.
So I mean, whatever. But yeah,
wait a minute. They're gonna use it more, and it'll be more available.
I gotta say though, it was still shocking to see. Like it was just like wow.
I don't know. I guess I've shopped Bricks and Pieces enough that nothing shocks me anymore.
The only thing that wasn't shocking was how fast all the baby animals were bought up. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby animals from that 4+ farm set. I just went ahead and bought it. Like I went somewhere and it was on sale, and I think I like got it. We were going to use them in our piece for Lego House. We didn't end up using them, I don't think.
Well, we did get it because we were going to, right?
Yeah, we got it because we were going to. But yeah, I just was looking at that the other day. But yeah, it's a really nice set too.
Now, Edison,
the corn is already a CMF.
Now, it's a CMF costume on its own, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Axel Plate, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, there was Oliver's saying there was a $30 Duplo deer.
Whoa.
Wow.
Is that the new stag with the spots? Maybe?
Oh, and Matthew points out that
That's
the corn is in
2
2 sets. It's also in the Lego City supermarket. So we'll see that again.
Okay.
But nothing compares to what I tracked down for the mock I'm working on for spooky season.
Yay!
Nice
Yay, goats.
Me.
Yep. We have
What
one
did
in
you-
the
what
Lego
did-
house.
Did you have to sell your soul for that goat?
I mean, that's the whole mock I'm working on, the Cult of the Goat mock that I'm working on.
There you go.
The entire premise. And no, I did not have to sell my soul. I was lucky enough to find another wonderful AFOL who doesn't actually live more than a few blocks from me. And we conducted a trade that worked it out to be more like 2012 pricing than 2022 pricing. So
That's great.
Happy
Excellent.
about that. Yeah.
Good.
I did have to split up the kids though, because it was 2 from the original set. So she was like, you have to choose. And I was like, oh no, it's like choosing between my children. Oh wait, that's why I only had one kid.
Ooh, nice. Fourth World Adams says that he found the old school Paradisa dolphin yesterday for $1 at a resale toy store. That is
very
so
cool.
cool.
That's always
Super
fun.
cool.
Hooded One says that the corn piece is €5.11 in the Netherlands. Jeez.
Yep.
The corn.
That's such a funny piece to be so, it would seem so pedestrian.
Indeed.
Especially when you need like a bunch of them. Like you can't just have one ear of corn, really.
No.
That's the most problematic part.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
Look how happy it is.
Oh, it
so
is happy. It is very happy.
It's got smiling eyes even. Smizing.
So you know what we haven't done in a little while, and since we're talking about pieces and the prices of pieces, this would be a fun one to do, is New Elementary, which, if you are not following them on every social media platform possible, you 100% should be, and you should be putting an alarm on your calendar on like the second or third day of every month to check out their article on all of the new molds. So every month they come out with an article that has all the new molds, new color variations, and things like that. That come out each month. And then they also have a separate list that shows you the sets that those come in. So if you want to get those pieces that you can. And you know, something that somebody pointed out a second ago and I didn't follow up on was that actually we had heard on Bricks and Pieces that there was going to be a delay in getting new parts in the system, but apparently that's not the case if the corn was available, because the corn is a new piece.
It's been around a little while though, hasn't it?
How old is
It's
this?
like a couple months delay, I think.
Oh, well, maybe it is then. What do I know? Oh, the Duplo deer is 67406 and it's 3135 on pieces. Jeez. On Pick a Brick. Sorry, I keep calling it Bricks and Pieces. It's Pick a Brick. Oh, do back.
I know what you mean though.
So I have here New Elementary's list. Shall we look at the list for October? Yes. I mean, we're already sort of at the end of October, but that's okay.
That's all right. It's still new stuff.
It's still fun. Let's see.
Inspire us to spend more money.
What's going on over there, Moto?
You guys have been so good. I haven't shopped any like Bricks and Pieces in like so long.
Wow.
Me too.
Well, you go, as you've mentioned before, you go through phases, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I've been happy to not be in that phase.
Okay,
however,
so
the wall at our store has been hopping, and I've gotten some good stuff there.
Yeah, I cleared out a wall yesterday. I was there for 2 hours stacking stuff in cups.
Wow. What did you get, Moto? Show.
Oh, yeah. First,
and then we'll get to this list.
I've been sorting through 6 to 7 gallons of white because I sort by the color first. But I'm going down and I've got my basic brick, my plates filled up, and then with other categories as I go through. But I just went through another gallon, so maybe by the end of the stream I'll have my last gallon sorted. But let me get the elements that I got off the wall.
Sure. When those gallon bags are that full, it's just teetering on a brink of disaster every time you open the bag.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Edison is mentioning that so 4 months sounds about right, because I feel like the corn would have been in one of those June sets, right?
Oh, got it. Okay. I have to say, pretty much like the summer is. I'm very behind. What is that?
These
snowflakes.
Snowflakes gonna be.
Oh, okay, very good.
They have a really weird feel to them too. They're really soft.
Yeah.
Soft. See, I normally expect translucent pieces to be extra crispy.
No, they're starting to switch away. They're starting to use ABS-based translucent now. But these ones almost feel like that same organic compound they make from plants. It's really weird. But that's one thing I got, and then.
Oh, there they are. Just as Heather was just commenting on those in the chat.
The lavender. Oh yeah, lavender branches. Very nice. Yep.
Nice.
Holly, are you triggered?
What's that?
Lavender.
Yeah, lavender. Her favorite color.
I would love a bunch of those. Yes, please.
They're so pretty.
So they had lavender, they had green, and then they had the dark green smalls.
Oh, very good.
Accent pieces. That's where the color belongs.
Yep. I don't know. I have more trouble with, as I've mentioned before, more trouble with lavender than any other color. Either it's too blue or too red for what I'm doing, and I always have to try different ones to see.
And
it is a hard color to work with sometimes. Yeah.
Because the British pound and the euro are so weak right now. That's from Germany.
Oh, all the white branches. Very good.
I remember when those used to be really expensive. I had to buy some years ago on Bricklink that were like so crazy.
Yeah, but the international prices right now are really favorable to the U.S.
Well, Moto, your whole new method is branches, right?
Yeah, that's why I've been doing that, and then.
Oh yeah,
sprouts. Are those carrot tops?
Yeah, these are all carrot tops that I use.
Very good.
So. Yeah, my fingers are going to be racked in pain this afternoon as I fix up stuff.
Oh, talk about fingers in pain. So we were separating our snot pieces into single corners, because it's so hard when you're trying to find them. They're all like little decoys. And I discovered that Travis brick has a lot more clutch than a single snot piece. And I think it's because the studs all the way around, make the sides more rigid. But gosh, stacking those Travis bricks was painful. Yeah. Decided that we needed a Lego thimble.
Yeah. I physically numbed and dented my fingers, and now I had a blister under there, but now I got this weird callus, right in the middle of the finger, right in there.
Yeah, you can develop calluses like a sitar player.
Yeah, like a dart player. That's right. But yeah, I was just stacking leaves and stacking leaves and stacking leaves nonstop.
I go back and forth about the thing with stacking because it seems it's great when you first do it, but then it seems time consuming to keep up. But you can fit so much more in such a smaller place.
Well, the little ones took 45 minutes, but I got maybe 400 of those elements into one cup, so it was worth it.
Drew here is heavily involved in stacking pieces for collections, and his is one of the more organized collections I've ever seen.
Well, it works. I gotta tell you, when you're trying to put a bunch in a small space, the stacking really works, especially for certain parts. There's ones that work.
You've got to stack those leaves to put them in a cup, otherwise.
Yeah.
It's just
right. Yeah. Every time I pack a cup, I'm generally stacking the big parts and the plates and stuff like that.
I always go back and forth between the cost of the extra bricks or the cost savings of the extra bricks and then the time. How much is my time worth there? But I don't know. It's pleasant to hang out in the Lego store.
So my stuff's on display in one of the cubbies. So that's the reason I went to that one. Is we were swapping out the cubby display for the lug, and then there was a lug meeting at 1:30, and it was 10:15, and then I noticed all those leaves. So I had 2.5 hours where I just sat there and just crammed as many out, just sitting there stacking, stack.
It's so meditative.
I left behind one of the little balls. I built a little sphere for those guys at the store left it on the
Oh,
counter
cool.
for him.
Stacking for pick cups is my zen place.
Yeah, it's mindful meditation. That's what I call it.
I have to learn to start going to the mall like without my family, because I feel like they're usually kind of hovering and waiting when I'm.
Oh yeah. It was one of the few times I didn't have moderate art director with me, so it was not a problem. The time wasn't a problem.
You just got
You
to
can come in, not on a weekend. It's real chill. We love to hang out. So.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
maybe,
here
yeah.
is. Shall we look at some new molds?
Yes, please.
Sure. And then we can also talk about the set that was released that everybody's commenting on nonstop.
Oh, what?
That's cool.
Yes. Hang on 1 second. Sorry.
Cloth. I like cloth.
Yeah, me too.
So we've got this like egg-shaped cone, which is pretty cool. Those will make some nice power.
It reminds me of cone heads.
Yeah.
consume mass quantities.
But I just love the shape of that. We don't have a lot like that. It's really good. These wings are beautiful. I'm assuming these are from Avatar sets.
Yeah.
A lot of these pieces are from Avatar.
Weird, yeah.
So hang on 1 second.
Now,
And then I think
coffee cup lid, we're accustomed to the coffee cup, but this is a new lid for it.
it has a hole in it, right? Is that what I understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With drinking hole. Got it. Okay. We have the new wheelchair element, which is really great.
Yeah.
A really nice improvement.
Oh, sweet. Now,
I'm
and
sure
that's
we'll
for
see that
minifigs,
popping up
not
a
mini
lot.
dolls.
Correct.
Yeah.
What was that,
ugly.
Blair?
I said I'm sure we'll see that one popping up a lot because of the new format so that it can fit through a standard Lego door.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
God,
I gotta
those
say though, I love those
Yeah.
new double doors that they came up with for the Friends sets. Like
It's
those
pronounced Dumbledore.
I wondered who was going to go
my
there
goodness.
first.
So we have all of the Avatar
hands.
heads and hair. I love this piece. This hair piece is
I like the hair
fantastic.
pieces.
That's from Shuri. That's from a Black Panther or Wakanda Forever set, I believe.
Well, both of these pieces would be great for coral reefs.
Well, and now we're seeing the long legs in plain colors. We have one now in tan.
That's so exciting.
Yeah,
So exciting.
I mean, considering where they're going right now with trying to be as inclusive as possible with a lot of the minifigure stuff. Like we've got the hearing aid, we've got the Vitiligo face, we've got so much in that way. It seems to only make sense that they would start accommodating, height differences as well.
Yeah, and not just going shorter, but longer too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Moto, do you think you would eventually move your sig fig to a tall legs? Blair,
I'm going to as soon as I get that set. That's for sure.
No, if I was going to do a Lego Masters build, I'd give Brickmaster Amy the long legs, and I just
she is.
Yes, we need long legs with a dress print, right? Like some kind of cool skirt print on them or something.
It is unreal how tall she is, in real life. When you were when we saw her again in Billund, I was all like, "Oh, you really are that giant."
You know what's funny is we were just discussing it, watching the last episode over here, and we were guessing her height, and I nailed it. I actually guessed exactly how tall she was.
Hey,
Oh,
Tanner,
right on.
how's it
She's
going?
apparently 6'2".
Dang.
Yeah, I would use long legs for Philip, maybe Boone as well, because they're both really tall. But yeah, it would be nice to kind of get that height differentiation. It'd be fun. It would be fun to do a cast stack like that.
If anybody wants to look at the private chat, that would be awesome. All right, so let's see. We got more lots of blue torsos. Avatar. Ooh, I like
That's
this.
a cool shaped animal.
Cool shaped horse. Yeah. And we've got a lot of animal head type things. Ooh, look at this whip thing.
Oh, those are going to be fun.
Oh,
yeah, those are
that's
some
great.
of the connectors for the Avatar sets.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are useful.
Now that vine would be great to wrap around things too.
Yeah, we don't have to like try to unwind whips anymore, right?
Right. And here's the new wheelchair wheel for the new wheelchair.
Is that a pinhole in the middle?
Yeah, it looks like it, which will be handy for other things as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so now we've gotten into recolors.
Yep.
Oh, here I have a
Some
question
interesting
for you.
Yes.
Will you
finally.
go up one more, Flynn? So these things with the little pinhole in there, where do you all organize those with? Do those go with clips?
Yeah, I put them. I mean, mine have their own drawer, but they're definitely in the clip section.
Yeah, we saw some. We have a few with a bar on the end, and then that.
Yeah, so I use those a ton. I buy those a lot. Buy as many as I can. But yeah, they go with the bar receiver component.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So anything that's a clip and a bar without a plate goes in that same category.
That makes sense. And these are central to the Moto method.
Yeah, exactly. So the skeleton arms go there. The latest 90-degree robot type arms go there. The old Exoforce robot stuff goes there.
Oh, that's a cool way. Just without a plate is the marking factor.
Yep. So they all go there, and then if they have a plate, then they get their own separate bag like that. So yeah, when I do clip and bar though, a lot of the stuff that really gives you a lot of degrees of axis of rotation.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, that element along with the bar element, because you can stick a bar in the end and twist it, as well as what I want to say, pivot.
Yep.
Gives you a lot of ability to kind of make like a miniature version of Technic, but you can set it at any degree. It's really lovely piece.
Yep. Here, you can show you my little drawer set up there. It's like I guess you probably can't see that, but there's like rows of bars and rows of clips, and just like Moto, like I have those like right next to like my robot arms and like other similar.
I used to have one that was labeled robot arms, but it's greatly expanded into so many different subcategories.
Yeah. Isn't it cute when things start out in a tiny drawer?
Yeah. Oh, these in sand green. That's nice.
Oh, nice, Moto.
You know, what's driving me nuts is that I don't know where it came from, maybe a bulk lot, but I have an extra tiny drawer now. And I was like, wait, what's going on?
Now what are these?
Slot.
Those came out with the Porsche. They were a new type of slope, but this is a recolor of them because they were only available in white for a while.
Got it. No, is it this? This is the other side?
Yeah, they're wedged.
Right.
Oh, they're like wedge curves. Mm-hmm. Were those wheel wells?
No, the other curved slope combines with that gap underneath to give you a more, smooth flowing look to something.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
that's crazy. Cool. That 3er, that 2x3. The one in orange is nuts.
This one, yes.
That's cool. We have a bunch of those that are only 1 wide, but none that are 2 wide, I think.
Yeah. And those are neat. The notch out ones. I try to get those whenever I can because they're hard to find. No, the one below.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the left and right version.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
I was just talking to somebody the other day about how many great parts we've managed to get out of car models, because especially the small ones, because there's so much like definition in cars that they are constantly reinventing new parts just to meet those angles and slopes and wedges and things.
Right. Yes, Speed Champions. Curves. Thank you, Speed Champions.
Lots of curves in other colors. I love these little ones too. These little quarter round.
Yeah,
those are cool.
Those. Yeah, so these are lots of recolors and things.
The Bowser set has so many amazing recolors. It's
incredible. Sand green teapot.
Mm-hmm.
Purple lavender. Purple.
You can have an oxidized copper pot now, which is nice.
That is so cool. Look, this is a glow in the dark crown.
Cool.
Yes, those are in the Avatar sets. There's a lot.
Yeah, the monkey kid bar element is a must-have for me at some point.
This one?
Yeah, first showed up in Monkey Kid in gold, but now it's glow in the dark.
Yeah, glow in the dark white, and it looks like dark gray candles are now a thing.
Yay!
Oh,
Yeah, those
that's
parts are great
super
too.
cool.
So these are new. These are just recolored hair pieces. Wait, glow in the dark carrot and carrot tops?
Yes.
That's cool.
What?
Yeah, the
I'll take
Avatar
some
sets
them.
have some good little pieces in there.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, I like this creature body part, the vine in light aqua.
Yeah, I don't love the. I mean, I don't need any Avatar sets, but these are cool. Oh, glow in the dark radar dish.
Yes, please.
Oh, dear
is that glow
God.
in the dark? Yeah, it is. Yes.
It is.
Yep.
Wow, for your lights out section of the.
I'm gonna go broke.
I know. I need,
I know,
I need
they're
all of
so
these things.
expensive too.
Well, it'll be 4 months, so you have 4 months to save up.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark is always the most expensive. It's
Yeah.
a really expensive plastic to make.
Because, well, drum lacquer too falls in somewhere in there too. Oh, what is
Yeah.
that? A Technic beam?
Yeah, this is that
Ooh.
small round. I believe the first one was in that Friends set that had the little
Boom.
spinny wheel. Yeah,
The
there
yellow
it
one?
is. Blair,
Yeah.
show that again.
Yeah.
It might be a smaller version though. Is it the same size as this one? I haven't
It
built
looks-
the
This is the one
ornithopter
up
yet.
here is an 11 by 11.
Oh, that's pretty big then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it then.
That'd be great for your Stargate set.
2, 4, 6.
That's
8,
a nice.
10. Yep.
Triangular
So this-
plates are always
this is the
good.
size.
Or
Sand, green, gold ingots.
It's
This-
hard to believe those don't already exist.
Trans purple, like garage door.
mhm.
Okay. Ooh, what
Oh, look
are
at
those?
that.
What's
Oh,
the
wow.
glass?
Trans purple.
No, go up,
Yeah,
go up,
trans-
go up. The glass. What's the significant about the glass?
It's transparent brown,
Black.
transparent black.
In a new size, I guess.
I think it's for this door.
You know, it may be a same size, but in the new plastic, right? So that would make it a new element. Although then it's under recolors, so I'm not
Is
sure.
it under this door? Is it for this door, maybe?
Probably.
It's
If
1
they're
by
together,
3 by
yeah.
3.
Also, those garage doors in purple, that is the like opalescent, and they look amazing
Huh.
on that ship from Black Panther.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
want to
Okay.
get. I love those. Make great roofs because they are. You can make them curvy. I'd love to see some roofs out of that. Look at these new prints. Wow, I love this one.
I wish I could go make
That's
my
super
screen
cool.
bigger. Oh, I can make my screen bigger. Look at
It's
that.
odd having a stapler on a dome. I don't go
No,
right
that's
to
from the
dome.
office. It's
That's
from the
pretty
office.
specific.
It's a
Yeah,
stapler and a Jello.
Oh,
it's very specific.
Yeah, and World's Best Boss cup. We've got all of the new heads from the
Mhm.
office set, and the Shuri sets. All the new heads. Very cool.
Oh, that's
The Dwight head is awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. That
Mhm.
is too good.
See, Audrey's not into Lego at all, but I bet she'd be into like some Office minifigs. She
Mm.
loves that show. It's one of her favorites.
Well, they got a lot of really great skin tones. I love the Kelly Kapoor head is great. It's
Yeah.
a great skin tone. Whoa, what is this crazy hair? Oh, this is from
it's
King Namor.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, I like the. I always like the shoes printed on legs.
Yes, like this one, the blue
Mhm,
blue shorts.
mhm.
it's nice
Yeah.
with side printing too.
Yeah.
The winged feet up there were cool too.
And this like stained shirt guy. It's like, let's have a
Like
stained
almost
shirt.
Bruce Willis.
Oh wait, is that the stain or is that the picture of the ornithopter?
Oh, maybe
the-
it looks
it's
like
the
a stain.
chopper. Yeah.
Oh man. Dang. That's not as good.
Well, lots of cool stuff. But you know what,
Just
friends?
Nice.
Oh, what time is
Is
it?
it that
Flynn?
time? Oh
It's
man,
well
my desk
past
is
that
so
time,
messy.
actually.
Oh, Skittles
is
knows.
time.
She knows. Here
For
she
every
comes.
least favorite.
Here she comes.
Same shirt.
How did you know? you
It's
know?
Logan Cookie Time!
Logan.
All you had to say was it's that time. She was ready.
Yeah, he was too.
He was.
Doesn't take
he
much.
was ready. There you go. Gentle.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
hey, slobbery. Okay.
Oh, that was me.
One more. Here's
No,
your little
it
trick.
wasn't really.
Gentle.
No, wait.
There you
Wait.
go. Nice. Nice.
And now to Skittles with the weather.
All right. You ready?
Looks like she has a cape on today.
You're gonna be down there? Okay. Ready? Oh, come on.
Save that one for later.
It will never not
It's really
be
hard
funny.
to throw this at an angle. Ready? Oh. No.
That
no.
one bounced right off her mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Whoa, so close.
was
That may be the
really
closest
close.
ever. Amazing.
Good girl. Good
and,
girl.
and that has been
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Logan
Bye-bye.
Cookie Time.
And
And
Squishy and
Splashy
Splashy.
is here to say hello.
They're just chilling.
Very good. That's their catchphrase. We're just chilling. Back into their box. Into their clubhouse, sorry. Clubhouse. Okay, so here is now before we went, you were talking about a new set that everybody's talking about. Now, when you say everybody's talking about,
Well, there's been a lot of YouTube streaming commentary on this one, as well as people making videos. But it's a UCS scaled Hulkbuster.
yeah, oh yeah, I have a picture here. I've got the little video thing up here.
So it seems to be a hot topic amongst the AFOL community.
What about it?
So yes. So tell me what in fact is the chatter? What is the internet saying about this?
Yeah, I guess the common question is like, what do you think about it? Is it accurate? Would you buy it? Because you have to also look at the price point.
Oh, I'm sure it's crazy expensive. Does it actually light up? Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
It
It looks
does.
like it really lights up, which means
Well, it has there's a lot of glow in the dark, and it does have a single light brick in the chest.
Oh, and it says
Oh.
includes new elements such as gold and glow in the dark bricks. So
Well,
we're gonna get
that's-
more.
Okay.
You can see
They
hands and
used
chest light
they
bricks.
used the Fresnel lens again in the
Mhm.
chest.
Oh, from the lighthouse.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is you have to buy a separate set if you want the Iron Man buildable figure to go inside it. So it's not minifig scale. You put an Iron Man inside an Iron Man inside an Iron Man.
Oh.
So,
Huh.
well, you know what I mean.
Iron Man
That-
turducken.
well, there's not a figure inside that other one, but you know what I mean? That buildable figure set, you'd have to buy that to put
Yeah,
it in.
I guess. I mean, I'll just say it's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I mean, so what has the reaction been, Moto? Like, what's the general like people?
Yeah,
Yes, no?
mostly negative. Due to the
no.
Negative.
And then,
This is the reaction.
Oh, 549. Oh, ouch.
yeah, so basically for $50 more, you could get the Mandalorian ship, UCS ship, the Razor Crest.
Yeah.
Wow.
And look at the part count as well when you consider that price.
How much? What is the part count? I can't see it. Oh.
1,000.
1,049.
Oh.
Oh.
So it has a lot of drum lacquered gold, light bricks, glow in the dark elements, which elevate the price. But overall, when I was looking at this, I preferred the Hulkbuster that I had that was minifig scale. The proportions seem a little off on this one as well. And I
Yeah,
think it
you
has to do
know,
with the head.
I hate to say it, but there is such a thing as too big, you know?
Well, I
don't think it's too big. I think that there were sacrifices made for the feature of putting the other figure inside, mostly to accuracy, and that's really one of the few complaints that I can see being like really valid. But there are some things that they did really well. Like those legs are freaking awesome.
I mean, I think it looks cool. My first impression was not, I mean, it certainly doesn't look bad to me. It looks like a pretty cool design, but I don't know the source material well enough to compare, I guess, for accuracy. It's just
posable.
Well, it's very possible, but yeah, if you look at the Hulkbuster from the two films, it does have some proportion difficulties, I think, due to the, like you said, the bigger figure going inside. Also, the headpiece, that printed headpiece, they don't have a dome that's a larger scale, so the head looks a little too small for the model.
Okay, so here's my question:
is it this size, or is it even bigger?
It looks about that size.
It looks about that size.
Yeah,
it's been the right size. It's smaller than that, I think.
Really? It looks like that exactly.
Okay,
or maybe
so
not.
Here's my question. My question is, like, why another Iron Man thing?
Well, because Iron Man is the Batman of the Marvel Universe, so I think that was the theory.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I feel like they've kind of done the same. Like, I have the same questions with like the Black Panther, the ginormous Black Panther bust too. Also seemed like larger than it needed to be for like it's such like obviously it's a huge fan base and a huge market for it, but just that price point that puts it out of reach for so many people that you'd have to be like mega fan to want that very kind of to have the space to put it in and everything.
Well,
you know what
and
I
the
mean?
money to spend.
Exactly. Yeah, it's expensive and it takes up a lot of space. So
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm watching this one to see how it sells because it is kind of a good test of scale and the Marvel stuff, Marvel reissues.
This is just my taste, but I mean, like I'm speaking just purely from like my taste, and I have never really taken to Iron Man. Like that was never my character.
Iron Man. He's definitely one of my favorite Marvel
Rich
heroes,
guys with tech don't do it for me.
Well, how about that?
Well, what can I say?
No, like I like
not Batman.
As far as
well, if you think about the Hulkbuster's like the Batmobile, okay, and that's kind of the theory. I think is like the Hulkbuster's like that ultimate armor. You know, the Batmobile's iconic.
Oh, Drew is saying he disagrees, that he thinks Spider-Man is the Batman of the Marvel Universe, where merchandising and sets are concerned.
No, because that's Sony, so the licensing problem doesn't work out under Disney. That's why you don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing for me is I guess I can see that they are both like rich guys with tech heroes. Like, so yes, in that sense.
They're relatable.
They're people with no powers, so they have to augment their stuff with tech. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yes.
I have always been and will always be a fan of the mutants and the deep, weird, magical power, like weirdo Marvel stuff. Like the Avengers in general have never appealed to me. The Iron Man thing, I never really got it. Like I was just like, okay. So another kind of like a jerk with tech. I can see that every day. I don't know. But anyway, but yes, it's very expensive, and I guess Tiago did a review of it, and apparently there are some issues. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, the issues don't really make a difference because I don't care about it as much. But I can see where if you're going to pay this kind of price tag, that you would want it to be accurate.
I guess so. Yeah, I think like Moto said, I'm perfectly happy with like the smaller version. So don't know if I feel any need to go bigger.
No, I'm really looking forward to see how this one plays out in the market. It's of a good interest to me.
Hey Blair, how is the giant Black Panther bust moving along?
It's also a little slow. I mean, I think there's a combination of factors. It's got some really great stuff going on. It's got awesome internals. It's really structurally sound, but like you don't see that from the outside. And then when it's done, it's a big static model. And I think that you know, it could have done well if the hand had just been part of like the glove hand series.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. They're not for me, so it's hard for me to speak on it. Like I was pointing out, like mega fan stuff. I mean, definitely mega fan. I'm willing to spend big money on stuff I love. Look at your backdrop, Holly. Like, we're willing to spend big money on stuff we love. Like, you want to see my birthday present from my mom, who insisted no Lego? Nerf gun, M41A pulse rifle. Big money. But like, it's, you know, there's features, there's interactivity. I think that I'm not sure. I've heard some of these things were developed during the pandemic. That's why they're coming out now. You look at the timeline of development. So that there was some lack of community in the Lego design house there. They weren't all seeing each other day to day. So it's an interest. Like you said, we're gonna just have to see how it all plays out. There's always the chance that they'll go on sale and people will start snagging them up.
Of course.
Great parts packs. I'm sure if somebody gets this Hulkbuster in just a few days time and does a remix where they're like, hey, you can remix this boxy chest and make it look just as good as the Sideshow Collectibles one. Like, you know, maybe then people will be like, oh, snap, and then start picking it up and rebuilding it. It's all just sort of a wait and see at this moment.
And I know some people wonder why it's even worth commentary. Like, of course, there's always the notion that if it's not for you and it's not something you're interested in, just don't buy it, right? But I think when you start to question it is because exactly that comment that was just made. Like, there's so many other MCU properties that I think people would be excited about. Like, we'd like to see some new stuff, some stuff that hasn't been done before. And so anytime they do like another remake of something and they just go bigger, you always go a little bit like, really? Like, why not something new? I don't know.
Well, it's the same thing with Star Wars.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but I guess Star Wars has already covered like a lot of stuff. It's not like where, you know, if they're like Marvel is doing with kind of like you said, like just the Avengers. There's so much focus on the Avengers when there's so many other properties they could cover. It would be like Star Wars only doing like the original trilogy and not ever making anything for the new movies or shows, you know?
If and when, and I think we will see it coming soon, if and when a new X-Men happens, I expect we will probably see some sets from that.
Yeah. I would hope so.
And also
some good ones and some, you know, maybe they go on for a little while because there's plenty of X-Men territory to cover, right?
Yes, there's so much. Like, can we just be done with the Avengers and move on to the X-Men, who are far more interesting in my opinion?
Yeah, I think.
And with anything,
like, I love the Avengers, but I think I'm just kind of over it at this point.
Yeah, and with anything out there, you know, the negative comments are always, it's the empty barrel rings the loudest, right? Like I saw one comment that was like, I wouldn't buy it for $90. And I was like, yeah, right. Like, who would, if you wouldn't buy this for $90, you are as silly as your comment, you know, like
that's worthwhile. Just the drum lacquered gold at that price,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's always worth parts.
I buy that for $1. Ha 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 ha.
I just said that this morning earlier. Yes,
you did. The RoboCop guy.
Like,
that's the best thing about Lego.
These are going for $90. These are going for $90. Like,
that's crazy.
Chill.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, once you break it down into like a matter of like a collection of parts, it's almost always worth it in some regard, right?
I mean, the Black Panther is great parts pack.
Superhero shows recently. We saw Werewolf by Night, which was super stylish.
It was
black
a one-off,
and white, beautiful,
so good. It was so much fun. Not for kids, but super fun.
Yep. And we watched She-Hulk too.
We did.
Oh my gosh, She-Hulk's amazing.
But Tatiana Maslany is so cool.
We love her from Orphan Black, so I pretty much. Which I think she didn't get nearly enough recognition for, by the way.
She should have won acting awards for playing all those different characters.
Yeah. I think...
well, they wouldn't be up yet. Like, that wouldn't have happened yet.
Oh,
So
for
she
Orphan
could-
Black? We're talking about for Orphan Black. It should.
Oh, for that. I thought you meant for She-Hulk. I was like,
no,
yeah.
with Orphan Black, they were kind of caught in a weird space because it was a BBC America like co-production, and so they weren't actually able to like get nominated for awards in either place. It was really weird. Or maybe she was only allowed in Europe but not here. It was weird. I don't know why, but she should have won all the awards because
yeah, awards are dumb unless you win one.
Indeed.
Speaking of awards, is there any Lego Ideas updates or not? Other than the D&D campaign, which is rolling hard. I'm surprised you guys haven't covered that exclusively like every show.
Which one is what? Where?
The
D&D. There's a Lego Ideas D&D campaign for a D&D set.
Oh, right.
talked about
We
that.
talked about that last week. Briefly.
Sorry. Well, I will say, getting back into the swing of things after our trip was pretty. It's been an interesting sort of like coming back in for a landing. So, and I really had to take a break from like Lego news and all of the things to just focus on getting our piece done so much in the last month or so before we left that it was hard to pay attention to much. And then that got announced while we were gone, I believe. So let's see.
You're bringing this up right now?
Yeah, I'm finding it now.
Yeah, I haven't looked to see
also,
what the submissions are yet.
I honestly forgot that they post that you can see people's models.
Yeah, I bet there's already been some submissions for sure.
Well, Jesse Brick Galaxy's been cranking out submissions like nobody's business. That guy.
I'm sure some stuff already have things that are built, that are like, oh, this is my moment.
Well, I hope we get a cool new dragon.
Well, there's a lot of dragons. There's a lot of eye beholders. Million eyes of beholders.
Tons of dragons.
Well, if you want drama with D&D, that's a good place to go.
I mean, it is Dungeons and Dragons. There's got to be a dragon.
I mean, owlbear.
All right, shall we take a look at what we got here? I'm sure there's more than this. All right, here we go. I say that, and then it's taking me 100 years. Sorry, hold on. Oh boy, one of these days I'll learn how to run this show.
Busy sorting today.
That's me as well over here.
Okay, so here is this one says recommended.
Is that crinkling too loud? I'm feeling CMF bags. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, great.
Xanathar, Beholder seems to be a very popular. It seems to be a very popular subject.
Well, it's so iconic. Am I wrong, or was there a Beholder? That goes back to the very first D&D sets or D&D books.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Let's see.
No, the Beholder has his goldfish too.
Yeah, well, that's Xanathar, like a very particular beholder. By the way,
we played that adventure.
We did. Now I don't.
Oh, that's cool! Like the idea of a buildable DM screen. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Now I don't see a way to look at other. Very nice. I don't see a way to look at the other projects.
We just got these notable ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the navigation for their site has not improved much in the last however many years.
What if you click on see where there was like that tag for Dungeons and Dragons? You scroll up, there was three gray tags right there.
Oh, here.
That's not clickable. Okay.
Nope.
But down at the bottom, there's a banner for 50 years of D&D. That might be the overall. View details or participate.
View details?
No, that's a participate. Maybe you can only see them if you look at.
So there it is. View details.
On the bottom left, not the yellow one, but the one next to the yellow one that says
view details.
There you go. Yeah. View entries right under the big yellow button.
There you go.
There we go.
See?
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Whoa, this one.
There's Tiamat. Yeah.
Oh,
pretty cool.
That is gorgeous.
Nice gift. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Blair, I think you were right earlier about interactivity. You know, even for AFOLs who don't think of themselves as playing with sets, there's a lot of posing that's part of collection. You know, I think being able to interact with it is great.
Like, I don't necessarily play with my multi-$100 Macross toys and all their features, but they're loaded with features. And just the fact that I know that it has like 3-door landing gear with little wheels that pull out, and you know, it can transform into all 3 modes. Like, that's so cool. And you can someday go and mix it up and change it up and repose it. You're not doing it every day, but like static versus something that has things you can show off and enjoy.
This is a great little dice box with a micro like build on top.
That's awesome.
That's really cute. Hey, More is here. How's it going, friend? Good to see ya. Yeah, it's there's a Waterdeep tavern. There's a tavern. There's a logo. Wow, there's so much. Oh, there's your Mimic.
There's Mimic. Yep.
Wow.
Hey, there it is. The Mimic that's just like what I said. The dice box and storage.
Yep.
You did it. Somebody did it.
Yeah, that's just the same person that did one of the other ones. There's a lot. I noticed that there's a lot by the same people.
Of course.
There's
Yeah, and like I said, they may have already had.
Some people probably had a backlog of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, somebody already had some of the stuff built.
Wow. Well, this is great. Like, how exciting.
A gelatinous cube.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow, very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what eventually becomes the... Not only what eventually becomes the set, but... Okay, I am all about this.
Yes.
What?
With the big fig arm.
The legs are killing me.
Okay.
That's some old internet
Can
right
you
there.
explain what that is for those of us that have no D&D experience?
Yeah, I
whatsoever?
don't know what that is.
Oh, it's not even really D&D. It's old internet, like animation stuff.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah.
No, I like that. Oh, sorry, Flynn.
So this castle's a dice rolling tower.
That's
I'm a
awesome.
huge fan of dice towers. That's pretty cool. Now, I wonder what's ultimately going to, like, what kind of model is ultimately going to be the winning model? Like, something that's indicative of lots of things, or something that specifically says D&D or has the logo included, or...
I predict a standalone figure. You know, like
modular dungeon stuff could be cool if they're really trying to like merge the two worlds.
If you want to be able to play with it, play D&D with it.
Or something like the table football set where you have just the possibility of creating a bajillion different kinds of characters.
Yeah, I don't follow D&D, so the only thing I'm familiar with is like Tiamat, the Beholder. Like, you have to have a really fundamentally basic thing.
Well, I guess what excuse me.
Right there.
I guess what I mean is, like, will it be a play set, or will it be a thing, like a little
model,
a memento, a commemorative something that you just put on a shelf and look at, as opposed to like, let's play D&D with these.
I mean, I feel like it'd be a missed opportunity if it wasn't something you could interact with.
Yeah, given that it's partnered with a game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the prompt said that it seemed like there was the possibility of multiple entries being accepted and turned into sets. So we might get something at both ends of the spectrum, you know?
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Well, I mean, it's so funny that it would it would take something like Stranger Things to bring D&D into like mainstream popularity. And I mean, I know it was already kind of started by the crew who does oh dang it,
Role.
Critical Role. I know that was already starting to be a thing, but really Stranger Things really is the what kind of like knocked it out of the park in terms of people like understanding it and kind of making it okay to be into it. You know how that
claim all of this goes back to Community, the sitcom Community, and their D&D adventures with Abed.
That was a great one. That was a great episode. Oh, and it had because it had Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows in it, who is I think hilarious and love him.
I feel like COVID did more to reinvigorate D&D than anything else.
We were playing several times a week at one point.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, I think so, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean mainstream people are going to.
I don't know though. I feel like it's kind of like even like Lego though. It's sort of the same thing. All those sort of like things that I think people kind of like revisited, like maybe things that people did, you know, in their youth that during COVID were kind of like reverted back into some of those indoor hobby kind of things.
Needed some play.
I mean, maybe I can see it, but I still feel like if so much in the way that I feel like Lego Masters gave the average Joe a permission to play with Lego as an adult.
Yeah.
I feel like Stranger Things made it cool and okay to like be into D&D. Because there's that rocker guy who was like really into it and everybody loves him. You know what I mean? It's these funny things that everybody.
There was a rocker guy that was into it? Oh, maybe I didn't finish watching all the seasons. Was there?
He wasn't on one of the first.
He was
seasons.
in the last season that just played.
And he was playing D&D. Okay.
Yeah, but still, you know, like I think that in terms of pop culture influence over like people's acceptance of things,
yeah,
it definitely, you know, because I mean, let's face it, everything that like when I was a kid in the 80s, being into the X-Men wasn't cool. Like you were a nerd. Like you got made fun of if you were like reading comic books.
Well, I wonder if to a certain degree, and it's funny because television, which is a mediated experience, is what inspired this. I wonder if it's not a response to video and Zoom meetings and on the screen all the time, that people wanted things they could do with their friends that didn't involve a screen.
Yeah, your community comment really made me think that both Lego and D&D gave us an opportunity for community in isolation.
Right.
Because it's things that we can do together but separately, and that, you know, it definitely reinvigorated a lot of stuff. And like you, I had more campaign time with D&D than I'd ever had before, so it was fantastic.
You even
I got to play with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so fun.
I have like no Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Fabby Fan MK actually did a quote from the Community episode.
Oh yeah,
it's great. I won Dragons. It was advanced.
Oh, and if you've never seen the IT Crowd Dungeons and Dragons episode, that one is also really great.
Very. Yeah, like I'm around so many dorks all the time, and like my kids are dorks too, and all their friends are dorks, and so I've never had any sense of like what's really popular or not popular. We're in our own little bubble over here.
Well, right, but I mean, that's the thing is like it's now mainstream, okay, cool to be a nerd. Like,
you don't think it has been for like a long time though?
Well, no, I'm not saying that it hasn't been, but when I was a teenager, it
not
was
when we were kids.
Cool.
Not when we were kids. I feel like
cool.
I feel like in the last couple of generations have had it pretty good, right? Like, yeah, like ever since like I think. Going back to Marvel, right? I feel like ever since comic book movies turned into blockbuster comic books turned into blockbuster movies, I feel like that was the turning point when all of a sudden the lines got blurred between nerdy and hip, you know?
Yep. I mean, I still have my Marvel cards that I was trading with friends on the playground while the other guys were off throwing sticks and rocks at each other. So
okay,
things have changed.
Here is a good. Now, and I'm not going to say that it wasn't the origin of the word nerd, but do you know what television show popularized the term nerd as meaning somebody who was like geeky and dorky? You may have to. You all may be too young for this one.
Well,
I don't know. Happy Days?
No, not even close. Many years off. It was Happy Days. Fonzie called people nerds all the time, and it became a thing.
I said Happy Days. I got it. What do I win?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Somebody else must have been talking at the same time. Some loud man was probably talking while you said something.
Well, actually.
But yeah, Happy Days. Fonzie. So, yeah. But yeah, anyway, it's just interesting as an older person to see how now it's like, I remember going to Star Trek conventions and Comic-Cons when there was like, a couple hundred people there, not like thousands of people where you were like this, like, no, you just walked around and looked at something that the nice old guy who was like wearing a bandana like had at his little table of like old comic books. I don't know.
What was sad too is that I feel like, and you guys probably can relate to this to some degree, but I feel like as a nerd, like in my youth, or like not, I don't know if I was a quintessential nerd, but I was definitely a kind of a misfit and like a dork and did not have a lot of friends. And I think the unfortunate part of like when we grew up is we had no access to our own people, right? Because like
pre-internet.
Yeah, pre-internet, exactly. Like pre-internet, you were kind of all alone in that world, which is what made us feel like I don't even know if like, because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, well, I wasn't really into comic books, so I didn't even feel like I had that community or like that tribe or anything. Like I really had nothing. I didn't know anybody that was like into the same stuff that I was into or was like I was. And surely those people were out there, and even people who were into comic books probably felt the same way because they didn't have like easy connection to other kids that were into comic books. And that was kind of what kept us like feeling isolated and not able to make friends, is like it was just, unless we were in such a small community, like relative, like even if you grew up in a city, which I did, still like where I went to school, I just wasn't like the other kids that I went to school with. And there was no other access to get to people that were into the same things that you were into.
Well, there was such a treasure hunt, right? Like, is there a zine somewhere that's Xeroxed, that's about that interest, as opposed to now, no matter how niche your interest is, there are thousands upon thousands, of people available on multiple websites.
Exactly. Which I think is why now being nerdy or dorky or whatever doesn't have the same connotation that it used to pre-internet, because now it's like an army of nerds. And so it could even be a majority of nerds,
it's a badge of honor now and not embarrassment.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody kind of has their place, and has their people.
That's the next breakout Sam Raimi film, Army of Nerds.
Yeah.
Well, in Revenge of the Nerds weren't the cool people.
No.
Yeah, and see the thing, okay, and so it says, so comic book and sci-fi conventions are where you would find your people, but like there was no convention for just being awkward.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Start Socially Awkward Fest.
I was gonna say, Awkward Con is an excellent business model.
I am sure that exists.
Well, and I'm not a fan of the show, but it's also very true that The Big Bang Theory was like the sort of the final commercialization of like nerddom as something to be, like okay to be.
Exactly. No ADHD conventions. Exactly.
We need them all.
Well, because no one can focus on it long enough to put it together.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to organize?
Oh, I know. No, I can barely organize my day.
Well,
Well, if you think about it, Lego conventions are kind of it's funny that it ever works because so many Lego builders and AFOLs are complete introverts.
It's true.
You
It's
just
true.
sit alone playing.
And yet at the same time desperate to talk to anybody else who is into the same thing and show their models off to them. So it's a funny little sort of back and forth. Okay, so hey, we're pulling in towards the end here. How about we share some minifigs?
All right. Since I'm going through CMFs, I have a couple of really good ones here.
All right, you can go first then.
Okay. Well, I have to say this one is just it's just so good. Oh yeah, Blair.
Sorry, wrong person.
Okay. Yeah,
That was
this
like
one.
ventriloquism.
There's so much packed into the CMF, you guys.
Oh yes. I
Yeah.
tried to buy one of those and they were out of them. I want one.
Oh,
Just
the
got this
hobby
one last
horse
night.
is so cool.
It's so perfect.
Yeah,
She's
it's really
so
good.
perfect in every
And
way.
is that's a pink or fuchsia plume?
It's a girl.
Yeah, she's a girl knight. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Amazing.
All right, Blair.
I don't even know. I've been going through a bunch of minifigures and sorting out like all the spooky stuff together.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And just on top here in her own special bag, because all this stuff's been stored since we moved, is definitely one of the best spooky figures.
Yes, one of my
yes.
favorite figures of all
Yay.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love the mini doll version of her as well. It's
Yeah.
really good. It
So
may be my favorite
super
mini
epic.
doll. All right, Moto. Moto.
I'm trying to find it. It was like I set it on the shelf and now I don't know where it went.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I
It
got the
ran away.
reindeer. Sorry. Yes.
How about, okay, I'll do this one. We are from Planet Duplo and we will destroy you.
Yay, Duplo. Very cool. All right.
Gosh.
Is that us now?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
hang
got
on.
one here. Do those hands hold on to any Lego part?
Yeah, they do. If you have a bar, a Duplo scale bar, they will.
Very cool.
We have Duplo accessories.
All right, here we go.
All right, today we're featuring Star-Lord.
Oh, nice.
And I have this one I've been looking for a while and got it in Billund when we were there at that awesome store I was telling you all about. But I have and I'm sorry I don't know his exact name, but the ship Captain Walrus from Fabuland with his little like anchor shirt and the captain's cap.
Cute.
I love him.
Good one.
It's in great condition too.
Yeah, he's in really good condition. I gotta say, I was really check this out. So I used to just have one of these full, and once we got back from Billund, I actually filled a second one. So it's very exciting. So I've got there's one. My Murder of Crows.
Nice.
And then now I have also a second one.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I like the panda a
pretty
lot.
psyched about it. There's some good ones in there. And some with the creepy eyes, like that hippo.
Oh yeah.
You got two versions of it. Oh no, that's the horse. Oh, I have the cow that has a couple different kinds of eyes.
Oh yeah. Those are different. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, they had ones where they were kind of more realistic looking eyes, and then they had ones that were like real cartoony with the white and the and the big eyelash.
Oh my god, you guys, it's so cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
The little cookies. They're like gingerbread heart cookies.
Yeah, there's a ton of really great
And she's
great
a little
ones in that new
tail.
setup.
It is so cute. I kind of wish
White
wish
tail
that she came with like a little like fluffy tail attached like as a separate
Oh, the little like
piece.
little belt.
I don't think they've done like a dual molded tail hip thing though, because it would have had to be the same nougaty color and then the white, right? Because otherwise it would have had a white stripe at the hips.
That is correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true.
But you're right. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, friends, it has been a delight.
That's just the word I had in my head.
Now, next week, I have to check in. So we're actually traveling. And I don't know if, I don't know, Holly, will we do this next week?
I don't see why we couldn't.
Okay, we definitely won't be doing it the following week because we will be camping and we will not be available. But next week, we will be broadcasting live from Portland. And we'll all just like cram into Holly's room. It'll be fun. Or maybe we'll do separate screens, but whatever. Either way, it would be more fun to all be on camera together.
Yeah. I mean, we do have plans for Sunday, but I think Sunday morning we should be good.
Yeah, Sunday evening we have plans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Cool.
Is that the corn maze?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Yay! How exciting!
So you
$5 for every step.
You got
Corn.
You got to tell what they are, right? You have to tell what it is, though.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna do a Paranorman corn maze. How exciting is that?
I'm so excited.
Sweet.
I've got my cup today too.
Nice.
So yes, very excited for that. Anywho, well, it has been super fun. Great to see everybody. Great to see all of you.
Everyone in the chat. Everyone who's not chatting but just lurking.
It will be, even though we don't see you, we see you, but not. So
Kind of creepy.
I don't know.
I see you.
You know how I am. Anyway, we hope you all have a great remainder of your weekend, whatever it is that you are doing. And we will apparently be here next week live from Portland. And until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask, get your vaccine and
All
your
those
booster,
things.
get your
All of
flu
them.
shot, get your
Flu
shingle
shots.
shot, get
Take
your
care of yourself.
all the things that you need to do. Exactly.
So that when
And
you do get a cold, you can still stream, guys.
Exactly. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So is it on Wednesdays?
Not on Wednesdays.
Not on Wednesdays.